Well, even though you don't remember much, you essentially behave quite reasonably. So you should understand. Well, I don't know. Maybe there isn't gonna be a hentai scene. I mean, there is a naked cat girl on my screen right now and she's hugging me and caressing me. But at the same time, there couldn't be a sex. Well, there could possibly not be a sex scene. But there probably is gonna be one. I don't have the hentai patch in though, it's not gonna show anything. So yeah, she said slyly. I felt something twisting around. Yep. Okay, that answered my question. Tried to pump. Like really, it's like the most like when I was narrating like Sai no Uda, like all the hentai scenes that were in that game, like everywhere. It was probably the most awkward thing I've ever done. It's just pretty awkward to narrate this stuff. Also, motion physics in the water were different from... Yeah, I could say, because there's freaking smoke everywhere. That's usually not, like, real stuff. It's just my tail. My tail? Don't you find it strange that you have it at all? What? You don't like my tail? If you step on my tail, then you're going to get hurt. Wait a minute. I paused for a moment, trying to phrase the thought I just had. So, you seen that series too? What series? What series? Yeah, exactly. The one you just quoted. It's... Forms back again! Form ideas back in my mind. It's probably something along those lines, I'm not too sure yet though. Just, she suddenly stopped and thought. Don't people say that? Some kind of saying? So you don't know where it's from? No. And who cares? Yo, laughed. My tail continued to probe my body. You know, this is one reason why neckos are a great fetish. Yeah. Neckos are great, you know? Amazing. Could it be that Yoya still has memories about her time before the camp? Does she have a life before the camp? She said she didn't. Maybe they're hidden somewhere, suppressed. She got that close somehow. Of course, maybe she heard it from one of the pioneers. Or maybe she is a girl version of you, like I said before. Possibly. But isn't it too early for that show to even exist? The only conclusion is that Yulia seems to be a prisoner in this camp, the same as I. Just more mysterious one. What happened next? Yes, exactly. Even if it was gonna do dangerous and the red blood man. Black scene. This is where the hentai scene will be inserted. I bet that if you go to hentai.org and look in the gallery of Everlasting Summer, this will be there for your leisure. If you so wish to look up Neko Everlasting Summer hentai. Do that to your own leisure. Just don't do that at work, you know. Pretty bad stuff. Do it in like the comfort of your own bed or something. I don't know. I'm weird. Let's just go on because we're holding arms. That was fast. Now we're back. Well, now we're back at the cabin. Okay, that was fast. I brought sleeping Yoya to my cabin. She fell asleep. That must not have been very good. She was surprisingly light. I put her on the bed, collapsed beside her, and closed my eyes. But all my attempts to get sleep failed. I felt a terrible thirst. Quietly, so as not to wake Yoya up, I got out of bed, pulled my shorts, and went outside. Hey Genda. How are you? I'm gonna head to the washstand, so bye Genda. I didn't care whether it was right or no. No, that wasn't the main issue. I decided that I just didn't have any other choice in the situation. Wait, of course you had different options. It's like, okay, it's either I have sex with her, or I have sex with her. That's basically how your mind is at right now, but, I mean, that wasn't really the option. There was more options than that, but... I guess in a guy's mind, there's only one option there. I don't know, it's weird. Even if Yulia was a little different from me, we could say she was closer to who or what was behind this. Just because that she knows more than me. Which means, however blindly assuming or drawing conclusions about anything is a difficult task in this camp, I was sure that by now. I quenched my thirst and washed myself. I was going back to the camp leader's cabin, whistling a piece from Peer Gynt by Grieg. When someone called out, it's me, isn't it? It's gonna be myself. How did you? I jumped on the spot, turned and saw the silhouette of a pioneer. There was no chance of seeing his face clearly in the darkness. Well, I can see everything except his eyes, like usual. So it's you again, me? Who, me? Me? Not in the sense that I'm the only one that you've already seen, but in the sense of who in fact I am? I don't understand. I understand, because I've had this whole, like, confusing self stuff before in the first route. So, yeah. I kind of understand it, but apparently this is a different Semyon than the old Semyon that greeted Semyon. I remember that Yulia told me that he can't do any physical harm, and I calmed down a bit. Oh, whatever. Yeah. Besides, I saw you how you were getting in back there. Getting it on. This guy watched me get it on with Yulia. In the water. And then bring her home naked. And while she was sleeping for some reason. I brought her home sleeping directly after we got it on. Which is pretty weird. I still don't understand how that happened. But it happened. That gave me the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, no matter how fantastic the situation is, it's always frustrating when you get caught doing something so intimate. Yeah. Yeah. He seems pretty calm about it, though. Did anyone ever tell you it's not nice to spy on people? Wait a second. Does Yulia just, like, sleep with every Semyon, sort of? It seemed like she was... I don't know, maybe. That would be weird, because that would mean that I had sex with a girl that had sex with other me's. Like, other versions of myself. That's weird. But did you know it's not polite to spy on people? You're upset. No, why would I be? I snorted and half turned around towards him, trying in vain to see his face. And what was that cat-eared one told you? She has a name. I felt a strong attachment to Yulia, so I didn't hesitate to stand up for her. A name? What is it? An almighty observer. A double-faced giant Janus? What is a Janus? I don't know. But apparently Yulia is bad. Like I was theorizing before, Yulia is bad. Like how she keeps me here in the first place? I said in a bit uncertainly. Yulia? Oh, that was like, I gotta redo that. Oh, he started laughing, okay, so I gotta do this, like, Yulia? Does that sound like a horse on meth? Hopefully. I try. And who gave it to her? You probably. Fine. Tell you want to get lost. Okay, okay, your majesty. Don't get angry. He bowed awkwardly. The sight was so grotesque that I even shuddered. Apparently a horse on meth is pretty grotesque. So, what's this so-called Yulia told you? I decided there was no point hiding the information I found out recently. This guy's basically gonna say that everything Yulia told me is a lie, isn't she? He. Him. This is me. So how did I get his gender wrong? It's weird. She told me that there are many other kings, that you were the same as me, and that after 7 days we leave and never come back. It was disgusting for me to be in the same boat as him, but a fact was still a fact. Yeah, that's about right. Now what did she tell you about herself? Do you think it's any of your business? Oh, besides something. Besides, you surely know everything about me. Without me. Yeah, I know something. I've dealt with her before. His tone was so disgusting that I didn't even want to continue this conversation. By the way, those people that just joined in the chat right now, you're probably going to be confused out of your mind. Like, seriously, like deluxe style confused. Anyways, I'm going to explain everything after this, so, yeah, just stay confused for a bit. Well, if you have nothing more to do... No, wait a minute! I haven't finished yet. Now what? Woman here tell you what she's hiding from you. Go on. She's had some sort of life before the camp, hasn't she? I was sure that Yulia had no secrets from me, but in my situation, any information would be helpful. Never come back. No, they do come back. And you come back. Like you did before. I don't understand. I did tell you that you had already been here, so after 7 days it doesn't matter whether you leave on a bus or fall asleep in the forest, you will find yourself sitting in the 410 again. But how? She told you that we just disappeared, right? Yeah. Well, I did not answer, I mean. Well, I can't be sure she is lying. Maybe she just doesn't know everything. But what I said is true. You and I here have many times. Of course, it's, well, a lot more times, but that doesn't matter. Okay, then why don't I remember anything? You remember then. I'll sometime later. That's what happened to me. And you're telling me that there is no escape from here? Yeah. Yeah, I am. Remember you told me that what happened today had never happened before, right? True. This is the first time. But how can you explain that? I won't. You're hoping that something will change. No way it will! We'll see about that. Okay. More theory crafting. So, building off the fact that Semyons everywhere are forum posters and whatnot being brainwashed, that guy would be one of the forum posters, been like a veteran forum poster and posts like all the time, and they've tried to leave, aka going to the city, because they apparently realize that the city does exist, but you always come back, or you realize that you want to leave but you don't leave. And that's basically the internet in a nutshell, and that's basically what I believe that this game's trying to portray over to me. That this guy here has just started being on the forum. Well, actually, he's been his entire life, basically, like, ever since he got out of high school on the forums. But anyways, he's gotten to the point to where he has to decide whether he wants to stop forum posting or continue and realize that it's a bad life choice, but continue anyways, or stop it and go away. Or stop it and go away and then come back to it later, according to some people that say you can never leave, you just end up coming back. I don't know. That's weird.